New people. Okay, so today we're going to consider boundaries. Oh, Mary and Ann, you can get together and floss each other. We're working on boundaries. So we're going to work our lung meridian associated with boundaries. Think about the actual organ itself, how much it can expand and contract. But if the boundary of the lung is punctured, then no dice, right? It's like automatic Dunzo. So we're going to work on lung channel, of course, also working our Wei Qi, which is their energetic force field on the outer rim of our body, about 3 inches away from our skin. That's also associated with lung. We're going to go into large intestine, which is the support of lung and also helps us turn energetic boundaries or energetic structures in and turn them manifest. So how do we bring in kind of these, you might have a feeling like I need to make a boundary or have an energetic sense, and then how do you create it in real life? So we'll work large intestine for that specific chi. We're going to work on spleen, the interconnectedness of everything, but also martyrdom. Let me put you on mute because there's some feedback. So overly extending towards others. In other words, we're going to do stomach for self-identification, self-knowing. So when you stay with center, there's a chance you're going to get involved in other people's stuff that you don't need to. So like a clear separation of church and state, of you and other. And then we're going to do brain, Bob's meridian brain, also bladder and TCM, so that you can recognize that kind of chi helps us feel into other people's psychology. So yeah, lots of things to play with today. We're going a little bit more esoteric, maybe a little bit more woo-woo today than some days we're more physically focused. So if the, spiritual part of this, the energetic part of this doesn't work for you, then you're just flossing, and that's okay too. I'm going to put this playlist in the chat and then we'll get started here. Any questions, thoughts, feelings, hopes, desires before we rumble? Okay. Let us begin. Just start in your child's pose. Triple burner, that was another one I wanted to mention. Triple burner is your natural defense system, and we tend in our culture to say defensiveness is bad, and yes, it can go in that direction, but we do need a level of defense, right? So starting to consider the boundary of the skin, the separation between your internal self and your external self. We talked about this a little last week. And recognizing external stressors, dangers, whatever they might be, other people's motives, that's on the outside of us. And so understanding the separation between the outside, beyond your skin, and internally inside of you. And as we're working these channels, we're just kind of stoking this particular chi. So it might feel like, how is this floss associated with that? Well, as we are working this specific meridian, hopefully we're gaining or building that kind of chi. You can also think of it, you already have all these energies within you, and sometimes they need to be revealed or activated. So you can think about it that way. Let's go ahead and pull to the right for 4. Just a gentle diagonal change, pulling over to the right. Very cool. Last one, over to the right. And then sliding yourself to the left. Last one to the left. Let's wake up large intestine channel a little bit. Slide your forearms together. Plug down with your forearms, lift up with your upper back, and then lean yourself over to the right and to the left. You can let your head turn as you go. Yep. Kind of enjoying any residue that is spilling off your body here. Enjoying the release of the residue. As we get more clear in our bodies, it's easier to also have a more continuous kind of easeful boundary that's not a hard, firm line, but is graceful and ebbs and flows as needed. Yeah, when our bodies are an open channel, right? And I don't mean open to outside sourcing. When you're kind of steady in yourself, it's easier to clarify what you need and what you don't need. Let's punch forward. Arms will separate a little bit off of each other. Punch forward and then tuck your nose, spread your shoulder heads wide and lean over your wrists. Relax to come back. Punch forward, tuck under. Here we're in thymus channel or the top of the gallbladder channel. Let's go for 3 more. Keep punching forward, opening at the base of the neck, spreading your shoulder heads out to the side. One more time, punch. Good, very nice. And then let's grab our blocks. I think it would be great to just scope out our lung channel. I have my blocks, can't see them, they're right directly behind me. We're gonna stack them already. So we're gonna go right into this. We usually wait till we're a little bit more warm to do this one, but I just want you to use it as a comparative, an analytical tool just to see where your pecs are at. I have my left arm up, but you can do either side. And our knees are going to be a little bit wider. Our supporting arm is out to the side. Plug down with your block arm so you feel your pec light up. Keep it lit and then dip your heart down. Relax to come up. Keep plugging down with your arm and dipping your heart. Very nicely done. Dipping down. Good, and let's go for 4 more on this side, just noticing the status of your first side. Feeling any tautness there, or does it feel extra loose? Are you hypermobile in your shoulder? What's your range? So your first little kind of window into what's the status of my lung chi here. And we'll switch sides. Go ahead and switch it directly to the other side. Lung chi is also power, personal power, empowerment, how we empower others. So yeah, very power presenting people, less likely to have their boundaries crossed, but also overly powering people aren't people that we really want to be around. So finding kind of that right balance, allowing the body to be in charge of harmonizing that chi. You don't have to overly regulate it. Your body's got you. We're just augmenting the body's ability here. Getting out of our own way, so to speak, right? Always good. Very nice. Okay, let's set our blocks to the side. I want to warm up our whole body a little bit, and then we're going to do some large intestine work with our arms. So tuck your toes. Let's head into a downward dog. Take your time. We're not quite warm yet, so easy plugs of the feet, shifts of the shoulders, whatever you need to do here, just gently waking up your tissues in your legs. Our first kind of opening of the hamstrings. And then we'll go ahead and lift up high onto the toes, articulating through your spine. Long line in your plank, and let's drag our knees to the floor. Keep your pelvis up and keep pulling your pubic bone forward as you gently up dog modification. We'll come back down, untuck your toes, and then slowly lower your belly to the floor. And then as we come back, we're going to pull back Arms pull against the floor like you're dragging it back out to child's pose. Big armpit space. Tuck your nose, tuck your toes. Booty goes up and back. Downward dog with knees bent. And then inhale high onto your toes. We'll do that again. Roll through your spine, articulating out, long line plank. Have a moment here for yourself. And then knees dig into the floor. Keep your pubic bone up. Pull your pubic bone forward towards the top of your mat. Open through your chest. Good. Opening through the front body. Maybe throat opens a little bit. Most vulnerable part of our body, right? Untuck your toes and then slowly lower to your belly. Lift yourself up and back into child's pose. Hands pull back as you drag your hips back. That's it. Now we'll tuck our toes and booty goes up into downward dog. That's it. Inhale high onto your toes, lift up. Roll through your spine, articulating out through each vertebra. Long line. Find a moment. Soften your elbows, look forward this time. Tap your knees, dig them into the floor. Pull your pubic bone forward, open your heart. Elbows bend, grazing the side of your body. Untuck your toes, lower your chest to the floor. As you push your hips up and back, you pull into child's pose. That's right. Retucking your toes here. Soft knees as your hips go up and back, downward dog. Let's go one more round high onto your toes, vacuum out your spine. Roll through your plank. Roll out to your plank. Tap your knees. Pull your hands back. Heart goes forward. This time lifting your hips up. Slide your left knee out to the side, half frog. Sink into your right shoulder and just peekaboo over that left knee. Finding that long line through your right side body, like you're hammocking the right as you plug the right foot into the ground. You'll get a little psoas and solar plexus moment. Look forward and down, lift your pelvis up, and then drag your knee back behind you. Change sides. Right knee goes to the side, sink into your left shoulder. Hammock your left side body as you plug into the left foot. Look over your left knee or right knee. Take another breath here. Plug down a little bit more with your left foot. Find your left psoas. Looking forward. You might get some stickiness out of the body there. And tuck your knees. Booty goes up and back. Good. This time walk your hands to your feet. Hands to your feet. Forward bend at the back of your mat. Let your head go. Shake it out. Yes and no. And then rolling through your spine. Coming up, standing tall, feet plug, arms over your head. Reach your feet down into the floor, reach your rib cage up to the sky. And then release your arms down, rolling through. Coming back to the floor, soft knees as you roll down. Walk yourself out. And let's do a quick little gallbladder work here for Simone. Let's come onto our right side. Your left knee is going to come up. We'll be on top, and you're going to float your left knee to the sky. Plug up to the sky, keep plugging up. And if you want even deeper towards the top of the pelvis, you want to walk your legs a little bit more forward than normal. So definitely less banana and a little bit more tabletop. Lift your top knee. Keep lifting up. Use your hand to push you down. It's good we're doing gallbladder on Boundary Day because gallbladder is gall, right? People with attitude have strong gallbladder chi. And so that's also a good one for boundaries, like, And they're also good gallbladder chi means you're good at pivoting. So if there's something you need to get out of or change, you can do that well when your gallbladder chi is strong. Good strategizing. That's really liver, but it's supported by gallbladder, right? Let's go for 5 more. Here we go. We got nice and juicy ones coming at you. Plug down with your base leg into the ground. Harder to support the low belly when our knees are a little bit more forward. So extra activation just under the belly button and above the pubic bone. Lots of breath for your lungs. Yeah. And we're shifting as we move into this steady energy of gallbladder. It's rooting down, very solid energy. That's it. Last 2. And 1. Let's take an easy twist. Unwind your bottom arm. And then open your left arm out to the side. Nice big breath here. Yeah, little space for the left lung. Take one more inhale. And exhale, let it go. Unwind yourself back and up. And we'll head into our downward dog, swooshing your hips up and back. Left leg goes back behind you, curl it forward. We'll take a hamstring warm up, grab your blocks. They can be on highest or middle height. And then pull your front heel back, keep pulling back and slide yourself back. Good, relax to come forward, heel pulls back, keep pulling back. So fab, well done everybody. Great. Yeah, so if we're doing bladder of TCM, that energy is standing up for ourselves, right? Or standing up for others. And if we're doing brain, which we're really doing both here, if you're also thinking about Bob's system, we're thinking about psychology. So nervous system and being able to read our own or analyze our own psychology as well as others. So activating that kind of, that chi helps us activate that ability. Let's go for 4 or 5 more. Nice and juicy here, nice and thick. Monday hamstring flossing is always a thing, right? Like we haven't flossed since Thursday, some of us. So I actually haven't this weekend. I did some yoga, but I didn't floss. And I feel it in my hamstring. Of course, anytime I do yoga, I'm always adding that resistance quality. So it's more flossy than not. But definitely like, oh, yeah, my hamstrings want this. So ready. Get me ready for dance class. Okay, one more time, please. Very nice. We're going to take another forward bend, but this time stepping forward to the top of your mat. Walk your blocks with you so that they're under your shoulders. Notice your right leg, notice your left leg. This is an appreciation moment for your effort that you put in your left leg already. Roll yourself up one more time to come up to stand. Let your pelvis stack. Reach your arms over your head. Nice big inhale. And then exhale to wind yourself back down to the floor. Rolling down, move your blocks out of the way. Step yourself back, downward dog. Inhale high onto your toes. Roll through your spine, long line plank. Tap your knees, lower your chest down. This time we'll add a little innuendo here, a little intermission with the fingers wide and elbows up. Lift your heart up, baby cobra, very small. Squeeze your thumbs in towards the midline, feel your pecs activate, and then lower yourself down. Beautiful, Melanie. Good, Phil. Inhale, lift up, good, Pratik. Exhale to lower yourself down, good, Ellen. That's it. Nice apple. Fab, Jen. Good. And then we'll add very small, make it super subtle because we're going to come back to this. Add a teeny tiny turn of one shoulder, smaller than you think, much smaller than you think, and see if you can grab more tissue. That's it. And then try the other side, smaller rotation than you think, nicely. Good, Sean. Yep. Good, teeny tiny other shoulder. You have another set. Yeah, sometimes when we pull off the range or the rotation and we focus in with our attention, we actually get more grab of the fascia, right? Okay, halfway down, little shimmy, let it ease up here. Base of the neck relaxes. And then pop your hands under your breastbones, push yourself up. One more time, downward dog. And then as we come forward, this time we're going to land it so that our right leg's up. I'm just turning myself around and we're going to go side lying here. Left leg down, right leg up. I'll meet you there. Good. Top leg lifts up to the sky. Keep lifting up in resistance. Knee is reaching towards the sky and your hand is pressing you down. Relax to come up. Keep pushing yourself down. That's it. Good. Beautiful. So working that gallbladder chi once again, low belly is strong. Keeping yourself powerfully stacked in your pelvis here. Yeah. Good. Spring refresh is around the corner. We're going to do a million of these. I think I say it every year, but you're going to hate me a little bit for making you do so many gallbladders and livers, but it's going to feel fantastic by the end of the week. Yeah, spring refresh is the 13th through the 19th. In the email today, there was a sign up form, so make sure you sign up. And yeah, we have some fun programming that I'll announce probably towards the end of this week or next week. So every day we'll floss. Every day you get acupressure point tutorials in your email, a meal guide, and we'll have a special event, a special educational event every day. So definitely join us for that. Unwind yourself, open through your chest, take a nice big peck breath here for your right side. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. And exhaling. Let's stay on our back. We're going to come into hamstring here very soon. I haven't forgotten, but let's add a little piece here. Bring your knees into your chest. Relax your low back for a moment. And we'll start with right leg. Right leg kicks up to the sky, hands behind your right knee pit. Keep kicking up. Here's stomach channel. Stomach channel for self-identification and maintaining center. Kicking up. When we're self-identifying, usually we get less mixed up in other people's stuff. Self-referencing is another way to think of it. So when things are going on all around us, we still have this self-reference, maintaining this equanimity of kind of internal graciousness. Ooh la la, this quad is hard to do this morning. Let's go for 5 quick ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Also, stomach and lung are sister channels. You can switch legs right away to the other side. So we have our left knee pit, our hands around our left knee pit. Kick up to the sky with your left foot. Right foot is on top and smushing you down. Good. We have a few here. Yeah. Couple more. What was I saying? Lung and stomach. Yeah. Sister types. Or, like you could say brother types too. Here we go. Here's your 5 quickies. It's 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's add a little liver. Squeeze in with your knees, hands on the inside of your legs. Use your hands to pry your legs apart. Relax to come in. Got to do a little bit of liver, right? Sometimes you have to strategize in order to make a boundary. Do you want to peek up and pull your belly button to spine as you look through your legs? Knees keep hugging in. There's this activation in the inner thighs that is working that soft tissue of the upper groin space down into the middle of the adductor, the inner thighs, through the knee and through the inner calves. Let's go for last 3 and 2 and 1. Hands cross over your knees. We did this last week. Triple burner on your back. Good. Another chance to play our line of defense. Squeezing in with your hands like they're going to clap together. And then the legs go wide to the side as the arms cross deeply over the body. You're giving yourself a hug. Skin or triple burner channel is also associated with comfort, so physical comfort. How do we make sure that we're comfortable in space, right? Maybe someone's sitting too close to you. the instinct would be to get up and move over. But in our culture, because we want to be nice to people, we don't always do what we need, right? So getting our physical comforts met. Switch which arms on top. Keep pulling your hands in and then using the legs to cross the arms over the body. Good. Hi, Tamari, having Wi-Fi issues. I'm sorry. Good. You have 3 more times. Squeezing in with your hands. Hopefully you're getting a nice upper back release here. Good. Knees curl into your chest. Relax just a moment. Let your hip flexors soften. And then we'll rock and roll up until we have our right leg forward for hamstring set up. Good. Pull your front heel back, sliding yourself back. Relax to come forward. Heel drags into floor. Good. Find your breath here, and then I'm going to be quiet so you can kind of like consider psychology. What does that mean to you when you reference other people's psychology? If you need to analyze something, an occurrence, a situation. Last 3. Very nice. Good. Standing up into your forward bend. Let your head go. Push down into your blocks. Hands press down. Knees are soft. But then push into your feet. Balls of the feet in particular. And then open through the base of the neck. Open the shoulders, pulling back and up towards the hips. One more inhale here. And then exhale. Take another inhale to halfway up lift. Heel toe your feet out a little wider than hip distance. And then you can keep your hands on your blocks, or you can weave your arms through inside the legs so that your arms are inside, and you're going to hook your little webbing of the thumb and the first finger at the heel. Bend your knees and pull your seat down. Pull your arms forward. Kick your legs back. I'm going to find my words here. And then tuck under as you puff your middle back up towards the sky. Good. Soften down, look forward. Pull your hands forward, kick your legs back. We're doing spleen. We're going to go into another spleen one too, but it's a little heat building for us. Big upper back, C curve, turtle shell your spine. And then one more time. Hands kick forward, legs kick back. Curling yourself under. Let your head go. Good. And then release your arms super slow and roll yourself up with wide legs. Good. Let's step our feet out to the side. And we're going to grab onto our left wrist. So right hand to left wrist. Reach yourself up and over to the left. I'm going to turn my screen up. Reach yourself up and over to the left. And then we're going to slice through. As we come down, bend that opposite knee. Inhale, reach up and over to the left. So pinky side of the left hand is reaching up in resistance. The right hand's dragging you over to the right knee, right foot, lifting up. And we're slicing and dicing through space. So anything that you want to ixnay from your inner boundaries, you can energetically think of doing that here. Cutting through space, cutting it out. Inhale, reaching up and over and slicing through. We're going to go for 3 more times, a little quicker, and reach and slice and reach and slice. Very nice. Last one. And slice. Switch your grip. Coming up on your right diagonal, swoosh out with your right pinky. Bend into your left knee, cross it over. This might feel good on your low back too, if we're having low back stuff. Slice out, squeeze your feet together. So you have this bolstering of your center line. And then as you're cutting through space, there's a real energetic rift that you can make with your hand. Slice and dice. Let's go for 5 more. Reaching up, cutting across. Inhale, lift. Exhale to cross it over. And lift. And cross. Last 2, lifting up. And cross. Yep. I like how you're working with your range of motion. Last 1. And then release. Just swing it out. Let your upper body go. Sway side to side. Knees are soft. You can reach one arm long on the diagonal. Kind of get that low back / side body to open. Good. And then slowly stack yourself up. Rolling up. Sending your legs long. Then heel toe your feet together. Step to the top of your mat. Roll yourself back down. Good, we're going to take a seat now on a block. You can double stack your blocks if you need to. Sitting on up. And then cross your right elbow over your left for eagle today. Good, you're going to plug your forearms together. You're going to reach up with your elbows. Nice big inhale at the top. Exhale to curl yourself down. So here's the supporting aspect of the lungs. You'll feel your lungs compress here. And then as you work the large intestine tissue in the back side, the large intestine on the back side shortens and the lungs open in the front. Good, compressing in, kind of smushing out any heebie-jeebies in the lungs here. And then as you open up, imagine fresh energy, fresh space, fresh ability to take boundaries where needed. Kind of enticing or what's not enticing. There's a word I'm looking for. You're cultivating your personal power as you work your lung chi. Good. Let's go for 2 more times. Curling in, opening the middle back. Lifting yourself up. It's a big inhale. And then exhale to close yourself down. Nice. Stay down and take a little elephant sway right and left. Working through that middle back tissue. And then anywhere you want to go, intuitively moving through large intestine channel with your eagle arms, plugging your forearms together. Keep plugging. Lifting yourself up and around. Very nicely done. So if this is your first class with me, good job. You're really hanging in there. Good, and then we'll release that nice and slowly. Open your arms, big V, flex through your palms, open your chest, look up. Feel the shelf of your shoulder girdle, lifting your sternum to the sky. 1 more breath, and exhale, release. Good, let's shake our arms out for a second. Shake, shake, shake. Any stale chi that needs to go, send it out. And then cross your other arm on top. Could be some grief that comes up when we know our boundaries have been crossed, right? So stuff's coming up, any sadness is coming up, that's that's associated. Just know that that is kind of part of working lung chi, lifting yourself up. If you don't feel safe, then kind of pull off your resistance and maybe take a moment for yourself, curling down and in. Yeah, because once people cross our boundaries, there can be grief around. There's like a loss of self, right? Someone took something from you. Very beautiful. Gorgeous. Very nicely done. You have 2 more times to lift up and curl in. Very cool. On your last curl down, you're taking your sway, little upper back release, letting the base of the neck soften, but still plugging the forearms together as you rock right and left. Maintain your breathing and your awareness of your breath. Good. And then relax your arms down, out, and through. Oh, we need to go into our circle. Sorry. Any intuitive movement? You're almost there. Just a couple of breaths here to find a space that you need. Any residues that you want to clear out. Beautiful. Nice adjustments there too. Flexing your palms through, opening through your chest. Sternum is broad and wide. Collarbones are open. In psychological studies, this is the pose of power. So if we hold it here for a moment, and our part in our brain that tells us we're powerful will light up. Take 3 more breaths. If you need to turn your nose down, if it's hard to look up, do that. We're going to take a nice big inhale. And then we're going to exhale. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale. Nice long. One more. Inhaling. Exhale. Start to drop your arms as you finish your exhale and release. Very good. Shake it out. Shake, shake, shake it out. Ooh la la, that's some lung work for you. Very cool. Okay, let's go into last 2 things. We're going to finish off with another set of lungs here. So double stack your blocks. You can start on either side. You know what? Let's start on the other side than we started with. So I'm going into right side. That's the side we did not start with, but you can choose. And then pop your forearm onto your blocks, widen your knees. Should have a nice distance between your armpit and your elbow. That feels safe. Plug down with your forearm and then dip your heart. Good, relax to come up. Plug down. Very nice. That's it. Gorgeous, everybody. Yeah, and Apple's adding a little rotation if you want to do that. Pulling in. Is there any change in your chest cavity than when you tried at the top of class? Just noticing that for yourself. Curling in and lowering yourself down. One more time. Nicely done. Gorgeous. Let's switch to the other side. When you're ready, plugging down and dipping down. That's it. That's perfect, Sean, that little table you've got going on. I love it. Yeah, get everybody. And just really feel into your chest cavity. Ask your mind to be right in your chest with you. And then curling yourself over towards your blocks. Keep plugging down with your forearm and then turning yourself slightly away if you're adding the rotation. Just a few more. You're almost there. And I definitely want to finish with spleen so that we move from, we go into, I'll move from the physical realm, which we're in. Lung is a physical meridian. When we move to spleen, we go into high spirituality or energetics. And that is associated with that we're all one. There's no separation in a spiritual sense. So that hopefully all peace for all beings everywhere, right? I'm gonna go left leg forward into our dragon shape. Pull your front heel back. So that when we impact one person, we're impacting ourselves and the entirety of all sentient beings. So almost like a prayer here for ahimsa, non-violence. Beautiful. We have a couple more. Let's go for the last 3 on this side. Good, very nice. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Bring your other leg forward. I like my arm against my leg, pulling your heel back as you slide yourself back. Less about how far you go, more about that deep connection to yourself. Beautiful. Super. Feel free to change angles. And again, I'm going to invite you to go right into your body here. Stay with yourself. You have just a couple more pulses. Last 3. Beautiful. So well done, everybody. I love it for you. I hope you have a gorgeous day and a gorgeous week. I'll see you Thursday morning. Sign up for spring refresh training, floss training in April. So also a good thing to know. Have such a good day. Kisses. Oh, almost dance challenge is over. 2 more days. You've been rocking it. Kisses.
Am I allowed to speak?
Hi, Sean. Yeah.
Is this a Monday and Thursday morning class?
You got it. Monday at 9 a.m., Thursday at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so just take note of that hour difference. Are you on the East Coast, Sean?
Yes, I'm in Florida.
Oh, great. Okay, beautiful. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks for coming.
Yes, thanks for the class. I liked it. Yeah, it was good.
Great.
Thanks,
Okay,
Sean.
hi, darlings. Tell me, Pratik.
That slice and dicing thing we did, which meridian was that?
It's kind of small intestine-y.
Small intestine. Okay.
It's large and small. It's really the angle of large intestine, but we're kind of getting into the infraspinatus, supraspinatus, so it makes it, with the straight arm, it makes it small intestine a little bit.
Okay, got it.
You know
Thanks
how
so
we go this way for small intestine?
Yeah.
But we go this way for large intestine?
Yeah. So it's like a hybrid.
Yeah. You can't not affect one or the other, though.
All right. Thanks so much.
Good question.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, ciao.